That's right, there is no perfect setup, but the good news is I'll be supplying a few variations. That'll mean no matter what wheel you're using, track or car, do a lap with each setup and see what feels best for you. And to keep this video relevant for as long as possible, I'll be using the description for posting my latest setups. So like me, you'll want to skip straight ahead to the setups at this point, but it's worth hanging on for just a sec. Firstly, if you have any improvements on these setups, do please comment, would love to try them out. Now the pit house settings menu has changed quite significantly in recent times, as you can see here, comparing the basics and advanced screens. This means a lot of setups I've googled, YouTubed are out of date, but even with the old stuff I've never been too happy, so this is completely my own spin on things. And lastly, it's a prerequisite for me comparing the R5 with the ES and KS wheel properly. Content in progress. Anyway, let's get on with it. Good old ACC. I've developed this using mainly the Ferrari 296 at the Nürburgring. Now, from all the games I've ever played and set up with the R5, my most enjoyable is probably Rennsport, believe it or not. The corners are one thing, but the quicker you got in a straight line, the more alive and connected the car felt. And as you can see here on the video, rings true. So that's the baseline I'm always aiming for in the following setups. And our starting point, as with everything, in-game settings. For ACC, it's this. So the first thing I'd say when running through these settings is, I'm going to start with the basic settings, and everything you see on this screen remains the same for all the variations that I've got. So if I bump into the advanced settings, everything down the right hand side, leave well alone. On the left hand side, natural inertia, I always leave around 400, and for the force feedback interpolation, whatever that is, that smooths things out a little bit, so I leave it on 3. Now the two settings you really want to mess with and are related to all the variations I've got are the natural dampening and the natural friction. Now you don't want to make them go up or down too far because it really does throw things out of whack. And what you want to do is really balance that over with the effects equalizer here that you see on screen, because that sort of cocktail, those 3 settings, that 1, 2, 3, is everything you need to really adjust things and tweak things without getting too crazy with the cocktail that's going on with this thing. So let's take a look at ACC. The first version I've got is just loaded it up. If I go to the advanced settings, this is what I've set things to, 42% here, 15% here, and then on the FX equalizer I've got dead straight line on 100% until we get 0% right at the end on the 100 Hertz. Well, now on version 2 it's slightly different. You've got 30% on the natural dampening, 5% on natural friction, and on the equalizer I've bumped everything up to 110% from 15 Hertz over to 40 Hertz, and then back to 100% for 60 Hertz and 10% for 100 Hertz. Makes very subtle differences, but it does make a difference, and there will be a preference you have. Le Mans Ultimate. This one has been a pain. You want to optimize force feedback, but also dampen the tyre flat spot vibrations if and when you get them, which I seem to get a lot. So that's the balance we're aiming for, whilst keeping it similar to the ACC look and feel. And just a quick mention that I've tried these setups with both the KS and the ES wheel that I own. The KS wheel doesn't seem to suit Le Mans Ultimate and the R5 that well, but the ES wheel definitely does. As per with ACC, Le Mans Ultimate, we're going to have a look at the in-game settings first. These don't change. Now I've got a few variations of Le Mans Ultimate, but I'm going to load the latest version I've got. So what we've got here is, on the advanced settings, very low natural dampening, 0 natural friction. I've actually turned the natural inertia up to 500%, and the FX equalizer is, as you see here, 100, 100, 90, 50, 40, 20. And by no means do I think the setups are perfect, but hope it's at least a decent baseline to work with. And as usual, hope it's been useful to some of you out there. Cheers for watching.